Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive. We've got this really interesting set of sources today, all around Katherine Arden's novel, The Girl in the Tower. And we're not just, doing a plot summary. We're really trying to pull out the political stuff, the Slavic mythology, the personal drama in medieval Russes.
Yeah, it's quite a blend of real history and, well, deep folklore. And to really get the story, you first need to grasp the world itself.
Resetting, right.
Exactly. We're in Muscovy. Think Moscow, focused around the Kremlin, that fortified area.
Built where the rivers meet.
That's the one, the Moskva and the Neglinaya. It's the physical center, but politically. Very shaky ground.
Shaky is a good word. The sources really stressed that Russes back then, it wasn't one big country.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Just a collection of principalities, always kind of jockeying for position. Moscow's the main one here, but even its ruler, the Grand Prince.
Dmitry Ivanovich in this story.
Right, Dmitry.
Yeah.
Even he doesn't have total control. His power isn't inherent.
He needs permission from outside.
Yeah, he needs this authorization. It's called a patent, or yarlik, and he gets it from the Mongol overlords.
The Golden Horde.
The Golden Horde, yeah, founded by Batu Khan. So imagine, you're ruling your city, but your actual authority comes from these powerful foreigners. It's fundamentally unstable.
And that instability, it breeds chaos, right? The sources mention internal fighting in the Horde spilling over.
Definitely. It creates these masterless men, basically bandits in trouble right on Moscow's doorstep, constant low-level conflict.
And that bigger picture really sets the stage for the family we're focusing on.
Oh, absolutely. We have these three siblings, and they each represent a totally different way of navigating this world.
Sasha, Olga, and Vasya.
Sasha, the warrior monk. Olga, the princess living in seclusion. And Vasya, well, she's the wild card.
Let's maybe start with Olga. Her situation seems to define the rules for women. The term.
Right, the term. It's basically the women's quarters, usually upstairs, totally segregated. Olga, as Princess of Serpukhov, lives this incredibly confined life.
She literally doesn't leave.
Hardly ever. And if she does, she's completely veiled, hidden. Her value is all tied up in staying inside, unseen, compliant.
Which is the complete opposite of her younger sister, Vasya. Vasilisa Petrovna.
Polar opposites. And the descriptions of Vasya are key here. She's tall, gaunt as a wolfhound, doesn't have that typical feminine shape.
And that's how she gets away with it.
It's literally her passport to freedom. She uses that look to disguise herself as a boy, Vasily Petrovich.
So to avoid being shut away in a convent.
Exactly. She wants freedom, travels freely, rides this amazing horse, Solovey, Nightingale, in a world that just doesn't allow that for women.
While their brother, Sasha's brother Alexandre, is deep inside the power structure.
Totally embedded. He was Dmitry's teacher, his friend, back when they were young monks at the Trinity Lavra. Now he's one of the Grand Prince's most trusted advisors.
So he's a link between the family drama and the high politics.
He is, which makes his choices later on really hit hard.
Okay, so Vasya rejects the term. And that choice seems tied to the older stories, the folklore. Like that tale Olga tells about Snegurochka.
The Snow Maiden. Yes, it's such a powerful cultural story, almost a warning.
How does it go again? Made of snow.
By peasants who wanted a child, then brought to life either by Morozko, the frost demon, or maybe the wife's tears, depending on the version.
Oh, there's a kid.
A fatal one. She's warned that love, or fire, will destroy her. But she wants to understand love, this joy-like flame, so she reaches for it.
And melts.
Melts away in her lover's arms. It's a stark warning about, well, female desire outside the lines.
But Snegurochka isn't the only spirit around. The story is full of these older beings, the Chirity.
Yes. And it's important, they're not all necessarily evil like Christian devils. They're older, more like nature or household spirits.
Like the domovoi.
The domovoi, yeah. The household guardian lives in the oven, looks kind of sooty. Vasya actually asks one for help finding a kidnapped kid, offers it bread.
Some are helpful then, but others.
Others are trickier. There's the Benik, the bathhouse spirit, smaller, sometimes gives prophecies.
And the scary one.
The Polunoknitsa, Lady Midnight, causes nightmares. She actually appears to Vasya, gives her some very cryptic advice.
But the sources say these spirits, their power is fading.
Explicitly, yes. The Charity are getting weaker. Why? Because people are putting their faith elsewhere.
Into the church.
In bells and in painted icons, as the text puts it. This shift in belief is draining the old spirits.
Which narratively creates an opening, doesn't it, for something else?
Precisely, a vacuum. If the old local protectors are fading, people might be more vulnerable to a different kind of power, a more dangerous one.
Before we get to that big threat, Vasya kind of proves her skills, right, in her disguise.
She does. As Vasily Petrovich, she tracks down these bandits. It links that political chaos we talked about, the masterless men, to actual violence against children.
She rescues some kidnapped girls. Kati.
Yes. And she does it by being ruthless herself, kills a sentry. It shows her independence isn't just for her, it can be protective too.
But then things escalate. It's not just random bandits.
No. Dmitri and Sasha start to realize the attacks on the prince's men are targeted. Political.
Oh, the bandit leader Vasya killed.
Turns out he wasn't just some bandit chief, he was Solovey, the actual Tatar ambassador to Moscow.
Whoa. So the banditry is a cover for
An inside job, a coup attempt, basically. The chaos isn't just spilling over, it's being directed from within.
Which brings us to the main antagonist, Kasyan Lutovich, the red-haired lord.
Who is much, much more than he seems. He's revealed to be Kasyan the Deathless.
A major figure from Slavic folklore.
Huge. But here, he gets a backstory. He was a sorcerer, lost his love, Tamara.
And wanted immortality.
And found a way to get it by separating his life from his body, setting his life apart from his flesh.
No, how does that work? Like his soul is somewhere else.
Kind of like that. Think of it
Yeah.
like his life force is stored externally. It means you can't kill him by attacking his body. He's immune to normal death, even magic death. Even Morozko can't just kill him.
Okay, that's terrifying. And he's been playing a political game all along.
Absolutely. Charming, powerful, but pure chaos underneath. And his plan hinges on taking Vasya down.
Which happens at the Maslenitsa festival.
Yeah, the big reveal. And Kasyan drops this bombshell on her first. I always knew. All those nights on the road. He saw through her disguise the whole time.
Just waited for the right moment.
The most public moment. During this horse race against Vasya, he arranges for her to be stripped, exposed as a woman in front of everyone.
Public humiliation is a weapon.
Yeah.
And the consequences are massive, right?
What does this do?
It's devastating. First, the scandal ruins Vasya's reputation, and by extension, her family's, especially Olga's. But the bigger impact, politically.
Dmitri and Sasha.
Dmitri feels utterly betrayed by Sasha. His trusted friend, his mentor, lied to him, covered for his sisters. Well, her courage, as Sasha puts it.
But wait, if Sasha lied to protect her courage, isn't Dmitri prioritizing strict social rules over maybe what was necessary?
Yeah.
Is he showing weakness by reacting so strongly? That's a great point. You could definitely read it that way. Dmitri needs order, predictability. Sasha, his rock, helped a woman break all the rules. So Dmitri sees it as a fundamental betrayal of trust.
And his reaction?
He needs to look strong, project control. So he punishes Sasha, confines him back to the monastery.
Which fractures the family completely and weakens Dmitri's own support system.
Exactly when Kasyan needs him weakened. The timing is perfect for the coup.
So Kasyan makes his move. What's the goal? Just take over.
Depose Dmitri, who's just found out his wife is pregnant, adding another layer of vulnerability, and crown himself Grand Prince while Moscow's distracted, drunk from the festival.
And he uses magic to do it.
Oh, yes. Chaos magic. Vasya, now exposed but still fighting, does something drastic. She frees the Zarptitsa.
The Firebird.
The Firebird itself,
Right.
from the stables. It erupts, tears through the roof, trailing fire.
And sets the city ablaze. Moscow's mostly wood.
Exactly. The whole city starts burning. It's this hellish backdrop. And the fire seems to unleash Kasyan's other creatures, these pallid, grinning things that start attacking Dmitri's guards.
While the city burns, the fight gets personal again. Back in the term.
Yeah, Vasya finds Olga in the bathhouse, and it's tragic. Olga's newborn daughter has died in the chaos.
Oh no.
And then Morozko appears, the frost demon, but here he really represents death. He tells Olga she has to choose her life or the baby's.
A terrible choice.
But Vasya refuses to let her sister make it, or maybe refuses to let death take her. She physically fights death, pulls Olga back, saves Olga's life, but the cost. The innocence lost.
And Kasyan's still not done. He goes after Olga's other child.
Her older daughter, Maria, he kidnaps her, trying to secure his power grab, maybe eliminate rivals. Vasya follows him for the final confrontation.
To the tower. How does she beat someone who can't be killed?
She finally figures out the secret. His external life force. It's hidden
Where?
in this fragile necklace, worn by the ghost of her own grandmother, Tamara, Kasyan's lost love.
Wow. So she has to destroy the necklace.
Exactly. She doesn't fight Kasyan's body. She goes for the source of his power. She breaks the necklace.
And what happens to him?
Instantly, The magic shatters. He goes from this powerful sorcerer to just a broken, skeletal old man, stumbling.
And she finishes him.
Stabs him with her knife, and the room itself changes. From this magic lair back to just a dusty old room. The illusion is gone, the sorcerer is dead, but Moscow is still on fire.
A huge mess left behind.
Right. And Vasya has this final encounter with Morozko.
The frost demon again.
Who admits, yeah, he loved her, as I could. He even tried to protect her, gave her a talisman, which apparently held his own life, his power, but Kasyan had blocked it somehow.
And then the snow.
Then the snow starts to fall. Impossibly heavy snow. And it puts out the fire, smothers the flames, saves the city. Kind of miraculous.
What a ride. Okay, so summing up. We've seen how the history in Muscovy, the horde, the term, gets completely tangled up with the folklore, the Chirti, Cachet, Morozko.
Absolutely. And how one woman's choice to break the rules, her masquerade, ended up exposing this huge conspiracy and, well, saving the day, in a way.
We saw the politics, the family betrayal, the magic, all crashing together.
Yeah. And it makes you think about something the author notes in the sources, that there isn't a ton of detailed documentation for Roses in this period, the 14th, 15th centuries.
Right. History gets thin back there.
So a lot of the richness, the complexity, we just talked about the spirits, the beliefs, it comes from filling those gaps with folklore, with what people might have believed, which raises a really interesting question, doesn't it?
Which is?
In a world that ran on oral tradition, on stories passed down, how much of what we call history is actually shaped by the myths people lived by? When the records are sparse, is it the political events or the deep-seated beliefs that give us the truer picture of the past? Which story should we trust?